Please like, subscribe and share.
Module 2, Team Spirit. 2A, Friends. 1. Read. A. Look at the picture and guess what is happening. Listen to the dialogue and check. Then read it out in groups.
Hey Tom, you and Bill are good friends, right?
Yeah, we're best friends.
Okay, there's a quiz in this magazine to see how well you know your best friend. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
OK, let's see how well you know me.
Question 1. Has Bill ever had very short hair?
Of course not.
Yes, I have. Don't you remember a couple of years ago?
Not really.
Never mind. Let's see if you can answer this next question correctly. Has Bill ever been abroad?
No, I don't think he has.
Wrong again. What's up with you? We went to Spain together on a school trip.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at the next question. What's Bill's favourite school subject?
Now I'm in trouble. Is it maths?
At last, you got one right. I'm starting to think that we aren't very close after all.
Here's the last question. Has Bill ever ridden a horse?
No, he hasn't.
What? Is that really your answer?
Maybe you have then. Can I change my mind?
Sorry.
Of course I have. My uncle has his own stables. I go there every summer.
I didn't know that. I've never been there.
I can't believe this.
Okay, let me check the result. But it's not looking good, I'm afraid.
Two B. In their nature. 1. Vocabulary. Match. Then listen and check. Do you think these animals usually live in groups or on their own?
1. Baboon. 2. Sea lion. 3. Rhino. 4. Fox. 5. Leopard. 6. Eagle. 7. Zebra. 8. Bee.
2. Read. A. Listen, read, and choose the best title, A or B, for each text.
I've been to a few zoos before, but last month was the first time I went to a zoo with a sea lion show. There were lots of people in the audience, and when the sea lions came out, the crowd went wild. There were 3 sea lions and they were really cute. The trainers gave them a small fish to eat every time they did a trick. It was a great performance. Sea lions are really clever animals and very talented. The way they work together is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. At the end, it was really funny because one sea lion splashed a trainer and got him all wet. Mike, Aldershot.
My uncle has a farm, but I've only been there once because it's a long way from my house. My brother and I stayed there last summer, and we had a really enjoyable time. I was thrilled to find out he had bees. One day, we put on bee suits, and my uncle showed us how bees make honey. It was fascinating to learn about how they communicate and tell each other where to find flowers. Then they find their way home again. I'd love to find out how they do it, but I haven't looked into it yet. At some point, a bee got into my brother's suit. I've never seen him jumping up and down like that before. Luckily, it didn't sting him. Eddie, Gillingham.
Four. Listen. Listen to two friends talking and complete the sentences with one or two words.
Hi, Ollie. Where were you today?
Hello, Brian. I was at the zoo. Have you ever been there?
I really want to go, but I haven't been there yet. Was it your first time?
No. I went there last year on a school trip, so today was my second time.
Lucky you. Who did you go with?
My brother and some of his friends. We got up early, took the train, and arrived there at 9 a.m.
You got there early. Did you see all the animals?
I tried to. I think my favourite was a rhino.
They're huge, aren't they?
You're right about that. I also saw some baboons. I didn't know they were so big. I thought they were as big as monkeys. Do you know how much the males weigh?
How much?
More than 20 kilos.
Interesting. Did you see any dolphins?
We saw the dolphin show, and it was a fascinating performance. Some of the crowd got wet, but luckily we were sitting at the back.
I've never seen a dolphin in real life.
That's a shame. I took lots of pictures. You can look at them if you like, but it's not the same.
What else did you see?
Lots of birds from South America. I've never seen so many colourful birds before.
So, you had a great time at the zoo?
Yes, it was very enjoyable. And I got something for you from the souvenir shop.
Really? That was nice of you.
Here.
Wow! That is a scary-looking lion.
Actually, it's a leopard. Look at its spots.
Well, thanks anyway.
You're welcome.
C. Dream teams. 1. Vocabulary. Match. Then listen and check your answers.
A match is an organised game or sports event. A spectator watches a sports event, for example, football, handball, hockey. A league is a group of teams that play matches against each other to win points. A trophy is a prize like a cup for the winning team. A champion is the best player or team in a sport or competition. The national team is the team of a particular country.
Two. Read. A. What do you know about the Green Falcons? Listen, read and check your answers.
The Green Falcons, the Saudi Arabian national football team. Many of the Saudi Arabian national football team's fans call it Al-Sakur, which means the Falcons or the Eagles. They have been a top team for years and they have won many trophies. The Saudi Arabian national football team played their first match in 1957, and in 1994 they took part in the World Cup for the first time. Since 1994, they have played in the World Cup finals 4 times, and they have won the Asian Cup 3 times. They have also won the Gulf Cup of Nations 3 times and the Arab Nations Cup twice. The Saudi Arabian national team always play in green and white. The Green Falcons' best player ever was Majed Abdullah. He was born in 1959 in Jeddah and achieved great success during his career as a football player. The ex-Saudi Arabian football player has turned into a hero for his country. His nickname was the Arabian Pelé, and he is the country's top scorer with 89 goals from 1977 to 1994. Majed also scored the first goal in an official match at King Fahd International Stadium. King Fahd International Stadium in Riyadh has been the home of the Green Falcons since 1987. It is one of the most beautiful stadiums in the world, with a tent-like design to keep most of the spectators out of the sun. It can hold about 70,000 people, and it is usually full, especially for matches with the Green Falcons.
Four. Listen. Listen to two radio presenters talking about the best sports team ever and complete the sentences.
And we're back. So, Greg, we've come to the end of your top 10 best sports teams ever. What's at number 1?
Well, we have to go back to the Barcelona Olympics of 1992.
I thought so.
I'm talking about the USA basketball team, which became known as the Dream Team.
I remember it well.
I have been a sports reporter for a long time, 25 years to be exact, and I have never seen a team like that. And there was a reason for this. It was the first year that the best players from the NBA, America's National League, played together as a team during the Olympics.
So there were lots of famous players.
Oh yes. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, the list goes on. There were 12 players, and they were the best in the world.
Did they lose any games?
Nope. They won all 8 games they played, and they beat each team by an average of 44 points.
Wow. That was hard for the other teams.
Well, some teams actually enjoyed the experience.
Really?
Yes. In their first game against Angola, they won by 68 points.
Wow.
And after the game, the Angolan players asked the Dream Team for photographs with the players.
That's amazing.
The good thing is, since the Dream Team, basketball has become very popular all over the world. Lots more countries have got involved and national teams have improved a lot.
That's true. The USA are good, but they don't win every game anymore.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for that, Bob.
(2D) Teamwork. 1. Vocabulary. Put the jobs in the correct group. Then listen and check your answers.
Media. Reporter. Newsreader. Cameraman. Photographer. Emergency services. Paramedic. Police officer. Firefighter. Lifeguard. Construction. Electrician. Painter. Architect. Builder.
2. Read. A. Look at the pictures and the title of the text. What do you think the text is about? Listen, read, and check your answers.
London's burning. Yesterday evening at about 6:30, a building site caught fire on Greyhound Road in southwest London. Fortunately, the emergency services were quick. They arrived at the scene 15 minutes later and the firefighters put out the fire. Luckily, there were no workers inside the building at the time. However, John Richards, a TV cameraman from Channel 5, got very close to the flames while he was filming the fire and burnt his arm. He's in hospital at the moment, but doctors expect he will be home in a few days. Have you been affected by this story? Comments.
I'm a builder on the site, and I was on the second floor just before the fire started. I don't know what happened. All I can say is that building sites can be dangerous places. I was in another accident last year, and again the emergency services were excellent.
They're doing a great job.
Arthur Jacobs, Islington.
I'm a colleague of John Richards, the TV cameraman. Our jobs are becoming more and more dangerous. I suppose it makes the news more exciting, right? However, reporters and cameramen risk their lives every day for the news, and some even get injured. In my opinion, it's not an easy job. Jack Granger, Crouch End.
Four. Pronunciation. A. Listen and repeat. What's the difference between A and B? A. Hospital. B. Home. B. Listen and tick the sound you hear. Hospital. Home. Doctor. Road. Moment. Colleague. Job. Mobile. Phone. Officer. Suppose. Two E. Get active. 1. Vocabulary. A. Complete the table using the words in the box. Then listen and check your answers.
Sport, place, equipment. Tennis, court. Ball, net, racket. Water polo, pool. Ball, goal, swimwear, goggles. Football, pitch. Ball, goal, boots, shin pads. Hockey, pitch. Ball, goal, stick, shin pads. Volleyball, court. Ball, net, knee pads.
B. Listen and read. Can you guess what the phrases in bold mean? 1.
Every morning I exercise before I go to school. I want to keep fit.
2.
Last year I went on a diet and lost 6 kilos.
3.
Ted wants to take up a team sport. He's really interested in volleyball.
4.
You have to be in good shape if you want to take part in the cycling race.
5.
I think I've put on weight. My clothes don't fit me.
2. Listen. A. Listen to 3 people talking about 3 different sports. Which sports are they talking about? Match. Mark.
I never thought I'd like it so much. I used to think it was a silly sport. But now I think it's the best sport in the world. I have to say though, it's a bit difficult, more than I expected. When I started playing, I didn't used to be very fit, and trust me, you need to be in good shape to play. It's becoming easier for me, all the running around the pitch. But I really like it. It's different from football, and more interesting because you have to use your stick to hit the ball.
Carlos.
I've always liked it, but I was always too busy with studying to take it up. Well, a few months ago, I decided to join a local team. And what can I say? It's fantastic. It's all I can think about. My friends are in the same team, so we meet and go to practice together every afternoon. I'm not saying it's not hard work, and you can get injured easily, but it's great fun. Yesterday, we won the match after I scored the final goal, and we were all very excited. I think it was because I was wearing new boots.
Owen.
When we lived by the sea, my friends and I used to play for hours, and I enjoyed it a lot. But it's one thing to play on the beach with friends, and another to be a member of a team and play on a court. Yes, you still hit the ball over the net, but I miss the sand and the sun, and I don't enjoy it as much. Anyway, I'm going to continue playing because I want to keep fit, and maybe it'll help me make new friends. Moving to a new place is not easy.
Three. Speak and write.
Hi, Sad. How are you? I've got some exciting news to tell you. I followed your advice and joined the tennis club. It's fantastic. I practice 3 times a week at the local court with my friend Ali. He has been a member of the club for 2 years now, and he's great at tennis. He gives me lots of tips on how to get better. I always thought tennis was very difficult, but it isn't. It's fun, and it's good exercise too. Actually, I've lost weight after only a few months of practice, and I feel very healthy. The coach says I'm really good, but I need to work hard. I just hope one day I can be as good as Ali. Guess what? Last Thursday, I won my first official match, and in 2 weeks, I'm going to take part in a tournament in a nearby town. Can you believe it? Well, that's all for now. What about you? Have you taken up any new activities lately? Write back and let me know. Take care. Faisal.
Rhyming corner. Complete the rhyme with the words in the box. Then listen and check your answers.
So many jobs. I've had so many jobs, more than 1 or 2. I can't remember all of them. Here are just a few. I've been a firefighter and put out lots of fires, but it was hard work and I got really tired. I've worked as a builder and built a very tall wall, but I got badly injured when I had a terrible fall. Once I was a cameraman at a baseball match, but I dropped the camera so I could make a catch. I've worked at a safari park. That job was nice. But when I tried to feed an eagle, it bit me twice. I was a lifeguard once. Now that was pretty cool. Until I slipped and fell straight into the pool.
Two. Culture page. A. What do you know about the animal in the picture? Listen, read and check your answers.
Saudi Wildlife Commission. The Saudi Wildlife Commission is an environmental organization. It protects the Saudi Arabian animals on land and in the sea. Humans have lived together with animals in the region for thousands of years, but some species have become endangered or even extinct, and the SWC is trying to do something about it. One of the main projects is to bring the Arabian oryx back to Saudi Arabia again. The Arabian oryx is a medium-sized antelope. It mainly eats grass, but also leaves and fruit. It usually lives in groups of about 10, but people have also seen larger groups of up to 100. The Arabian oryx lives in desert areas and can live for about 2 weeks without water. In the past, the Arabian oryx used to live all over the Middle East, but in the mid-20th century it became an endangered species, and by the 1970s it was extinct in the wild. Only a few animals were living in zoos and safari parks around the world. Until recently, there were no oryx in Saudi Arabia at all. In 1986, the SWC started a restoration program to bring the animal back to the country. The program has been very successful. The Arabian oryx is still an endangered species, but in Saudi Arabia their population is now growing healthily.